The gentleman from California, Mr. Rohrabacher, is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I have been very concerned that we are not putting enough emphasis on trying to secure the world in case we would spot an asteroid heading toward the Earth. And over the years, I've been very conscious of this because that could happen tomorrow. And I've talked about it over the years, and it seems to me that we are not taking the steps that we could so that if that asteroid is seen, that we know what we're going to do, how to deflect it, et cetera. One of the tools that is vital in that goal, in achieving that goal of being able to identify the course of some object in space that could do incredible damage to the world. One of the elements is the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico. It's one of it actually provides us the ability to go years out and charting the course to see if it is dangerous to the world. We got a bunch of young people here, and we want you to have the world that we had, and we need to be prepared for a possibility that an asteroid could actually come in and destroy that world. What are we doing to make sure that what Arecibo has been doing in providing that service and that ability to chart those, how are we making sure that that is still getting done?
As you know, a lot of that work is done by NASA as a participant at Arecibo Observatory. We have just recently announced a new partnership with the University of Central Florida, which will be gradually taking over the management of Arecibo. And this was a good solution, we feel, to our divestment planning for that observatory, which will take place over several years' time. And we think it's in very good hands with the University of Central Florida as the steward. The hurricanes, as you know, did wreak some damage on the observatory. It wreaked a lot more damage on the entire island, which everybody is trying to recover from. We are now back up with the observatory up and running. There are certain things that we still can't do, but we have supplemental funding request included in the Bipartisan Budget Act for necessary expenses to repair.
So are you committed to making sure that the Arecibo telescope and its capabilities of spotting these types of objects that could threaten the planet, that it will still, whatever how you restructure the system, right, it still will provide that capability to those people who are concerned about this issue?
As long as we have our partnership with NASA, yes. They are the ones that are really doing that program with us at Arecibo.
Okay, so it's a qualified yes.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, all right. I was wondering, and we're talking about the budget, sometimes when the chairman justifiably says, wait a minute, what kind of study is this? Why did you do that? And, you know, when I was younger, my father was a military officer, and he took me outside at a certain time of year and said, see all those planes flying around? I was ordered to send those planes flying around because we had to use up the fuel allotment, and we had to use our budget, totally use it up, or they were afraid that they would lose the budget the next year. Now, how many of these type of nonsensical studies that we're talking about is simply at the end of the fiscal year being used to make sure that they use up the budgets so they'll get the same amount next year?
Well, I appreciate your concern, but I think the answer would be none of them. We have, again, going back to our merit review process, we have, at any given day, several hundred people from the external community at NSF reviewing the proposals and grading them very strictly. We leave about $4 billion worth of proposals rated excellent on the cutting room floor because we don't have enough to fund them. So you can be sure that the ones we do fund have gone through a very rigorous process. And also I want to take this opportunity to add that as of March 1st of this year, new language has been inserted in all NSF award abstracts, and this says, and I quote, "This award reflects NSF's statutory mission and has been deemed worthy of support through evaluation using the Foundation's intellectual merit and broader impacts review criteria." And it's a pause for every division leader who has the ultimate approval of programs that are approved within the division by the program officers or recommended for funding. They have the final sign-off that is this program in, does it fulfill national needs? Does it really pass the merit review criteria?
Well, as the chairman noted, there are some projects that passed, and obviously somebody's judgment was impaired, or as I say, people were looking to use their budget. But we'll be watching.
Yeah.
Okay,
thank
we
you.
wish you well.
And Congressman Rohrabacher, I'd be pleased to visit you in your office and go through all. We've written a response to every proposal that's been criticized. Those responses I share with people that publish the criticisms, and they're all online. And I think once we talk about
Dr. Córdova, I just looked at the justification for $450,000 for light blue. If you find anything in the national interest in your justification, let me know. I did not see it. The gentlewoman from Connecticut, Ms. Esty, is recognized for her question.
Thank you, Mr.